everyone, this is Chrislou Alba. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I do DIYs, reformations, and makeup transformation. Hi guys, we're back again with another DIY video. And for today's video, I will be turning this shirt that I bought from a thrift store, and this cost 20 pesos, into a BODYCON romper. And if you want to know how I did this BODYCON romper, just keep on watching. So I bought this XXL size of shirt for the purpose of making this BODYCON romper. This is stretchy, so this would be suitable for our BODYCON romper. I laid down the shirt. As you can see, I am using a white BODYCON dress which I'll be following for the pattern or shape, but I was really unsure about this. I was really contemplating on how should I cut the fabric, since I want the bottom part, which has a short-like design, and the top should be still intact. I'm already marking it, thinking that this will be the final one, but I know this will change later. After planning everything to what should I do first, I decided to cut the shirt into bits, where I cutted the sleeves first and then cut along the sides and the shoulders, separating both the front and the back bits of the shirt. This might be a comfortable way for me to work and cut the bits of the romper. I got these shorts, or these athletic shorts. These ones are my favorite, so I will be using this as a template for the lower part of the BODYCON romper. Make sure that the bottom part of the short or fabric are aligned together. We will not be hemming for the bottom part, so we will just let the hem of the shirt be in its place to lessen up our works. I'm tracing the shorts, giving allowances so that we still have spaces if ever we'll get bigger. Anyway, I am giving a 1/2 or 3/4 inch of allowances, and that's enough for me. Tracing it away from the bottom part, which you need to give more spaces to make it a bit longer, or yeah. And then I used the BODYCON dress again to trace up the upper part connecting the shorts. So I really want to have a BODYCON romper which is cutted in lengthwise, not in crosswise, because I believe it's easier and not much work to do. Make sure that the markings are visible so that it will be easier for you to cut. Pinning it to stay in place and slowly cutting it along the markings. This will be our front bit. Although there is a bunny print at the front, I just want to get rid of it as much as possible. I also traced for the back bit of our BODYCON romper, and this time I am tracing the lower part the same way I did in my front bit, putting allowances in both sides. Make sure that your front bit and your back bit are in the same length. All the crotches are aligned so that it will be nice and clean. When you're done tracing the lower part, you can use the front bit as the template to trace the back bit. So I am trying to make the lines or the markings very visible for you to see it which part I am marking and for me to easily cut it. Once you're done tracing and doing retouch of the markings, you can now cut the fabric to have our front and back bit. After cutting all the bits, we will now sew the center front of both front and back bit, making sure to face them right sides together and sew them with straight stitch first and then zigzag stitch to clean up the edges. I advise to never stretch your fabric when sewing, may it be a stretchy or non-stretchy fabric. Always refrain from stretching it. Next, I am pinning first the crotch part of the romper to join them. I am pinning it firstly in the center, joining both lines of the front and back bit of the romper. And then sew it with straight stitch and zigzag stitch to clean up the edges. Make sure to face them both right sides together. And then joining both sides of the bodycon, pinning it first and then sew. In this part here of the romper, I actually have a lot of alterations happen because it really are not in the same shape or curve, so I keep on cutting the sides and sewing it again and again. I even try it on to know if it's already fit on my waist and then create some markings so that it surely fit onto my body. I am marking the bodycon to form an armhole and to make the back of the body a bit lower so that we can easily determine which part is the front or the back. I also measured my desired length, which is 27 inches. I made the front part of the shirt where the bunny print is as our back bit so that the front of our bodycon will be as plain black. After that, I am cutting strips of fabric to make it as our bias strips and the spaghetti strap. I don't want to fold the raw edges because it might be weird to look at. Pinning the first cutted straps, which is almost the same length, to the armhole of the bodycon to the other end. Sewing it with straight stitch first, and then I am folding it twice to hide the raw edges and sew it once again to close. Bias strips really are good for some raw edges. It really makes a garment look clean rather than simply folding it. It would be much of a work if you fold it first and then put the straps, So maybe you can just use bias strips to make the work a bit of easy and fast. So here I am folding the strips, the bias strips, to hide the raw edges of our bodycon romper. And as you can see, it really is a big help to clean up the edges of the bodycon romper. This time, I have joined two fabric straps to make it a bit longer and so that we will have enough length for the spaghetti straps. The same thing I did is sew it first and then fold it twice to hide the edges and sew the entire strap. It's a better decision if you'd got a lot of fabric strips as your strap to make sure that you all have extra length of it and you won't be having a hard time cutting and joining again. For the last step, I am now measuring 3 inches towards the inside and marking it because that is the place where we'll be putting the other ends of the spaghetti straps. So this is the back bit of our bodycon. Also guys, to know the exact measurement of your strap, you can try it on and find help from someone to mark it, or get some sleeveless shirt to measure your desired length of straps. We're done of our steps. Here's our DIY bodycon romper. That's all for today's video guys. I hope you learned something from my video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and click the bell button for you to get updated once I upload another video. See you on my next video guys. Bye!